Since people love to use anecdotes to describe instances where they see couples that are not um, bound up in hypergamy, supposedly, meaning the guy is an oofy doofy, or he's ugly, or he's not rich, or whatever, and he still has a wife, girlfriend, whatever. Let me go ahead and use an anecdote to tell you about a gentleman who I will not use his real name. I'm going to call him Dylan. Dylan is a ginger boy. Dylan is overweight. Dylan is particularly ugly. I would probably clock him at best as a 4, if not a 3. His wife is probably a 4 or 5 tops. When I last saw her, I don't really interact with these people anymore for the record, but, respect and all that. And they have one kid. In fact, actually, a taller gentleman also lives with them as a roommate, essentially. He rents from them. So they own the house. A taller, bald guy rents from them. I can almost guarantee that she fucks the taller, bald guy. And by taller, bald guy, I mean this dude's got to be like at least 6'2". So he's also not particularly a looker, but he is 6'2". So there's that. And my point is that the average dumbass would look at this relationship and say, oh, look, here's a guy, he's not rich, he's not attractive, he's got no status. In fact, he has the same job as his wife. Oh, this disproves the Blackpill, blah, blah, blah. No. See, I've interacted with them only a handful of times in my life. We would play board games together sometimes. And she would always disrespect this man. Outwardly, in public, all the time. Almost every statement that she made, almost every single one, was a jab at her husband. I would not have expected that to change. And it was obvious to anyone outside of that relationship that there was disrespect. Always. It was pretty wild. And he would never disrespect her. Never. Because she was his queen, of course. And so, my point here is that the average dumb fuck would look at that and say, hey, look, see, this is a great relationship. She's not interested in him because of his money or his status or his looks. See, there's love. There's real love, guys. No, he is an oofy doofy. He is a beta bucks. You don't need to be rich to be a beta bucks, okay? we maybe misconstrue that a lot because of the title of beta bucks. No, you don't need to be rich for that, okay? I'm pretty sure they don't technically own the house, right? For my definition of owning a house, that means no mortgage, right? They have a mortgage. So, yeah. Don't anyone who says that shit, I can almost always guarantee you that they don't have the insight into whatever relationship they're purporting to break the spell of the Blackpill. They don't know what they're talking about. Either they're blind to it, or they just haven't interacted with the couple enough, or, more likely than anything else, you're just not privy to the inner dynamics of that relationship. When you walk the street and you see couples interacting, you're seeing at best 10% of the dynamics of that relationship. I would know this because I was in a relationship myself. And we probably gave more of that in public than most couples in terms of what our dynamic was. And the dynamic was mostly good, in my case, but still, I digress, it was bad enough that I ended the relationship, right? So I don't think the relationship was bad, it just wasn't good enough for me. And you may say, well, you have high standards, and it's like, well, I just don't want to be disrespected. And that's exactly my point. I don't understand how a guy could be in a marriage with a woman and all that shit and be disrespected in a public setting like that. Like, my ex would disrespect me in private, not all the time, but enough that it bothered me. And for the record, to bother me is any amount. Any amount. The number one lesson I learned from that relationship was I care way more about respect than anything else. If I am not respected, then it's over. Like, I'm not interested, right? I basically, what I want is, I want a woman that every single day shuts up, sucks my dick, and says, "Thank you for letting me breathe, Daddy." That's about what I want. If I don't have that, I'm not interested. Because anything else is just not, it's not worth it. And even that is not worth it to me at this point. I'm kind of over it. I'm kind of done with it. But I just wanted to make a quick video about these dumbasses who say that there's an example to the contrary of the black pill. There isn't. There isn't. The relationships you are pointing out as, you do not know the dynamics of them. Most likely, these are people who are literally just seeing a couple in the grocery store that somehow breaks the rules. Okay, the last time I was in a grocery store, I'll tell you what I saw. I saw a couple that were both obese. And both white. I saw a couple that was a skinny white woman with a skinny twink brown guy, not a black man, more Latino. And that's about the only couples I saw. Otherwise, I saw black women with kids, no father. That's about all I saw. So black pill again proven true. And it's like, well, what about the obese white couple? They actually seemed like nice to each other, but I could tell that she was annoying as fuck from what little I saw, because she was talking, okay, and women never when women talk. That's all I need to say. That's all I need to say. Video's over. Take care, boys.